Sometimes, yes, sometimes the good Lord. I say sometimes the good Lord accepts his own perfection and closes his eyes and goes ahead and takes his own good time. And he makes himself a man. Yes. And sometimes that man gets hold of the idea of what it is possible for him to do. And that man lets that idea guide him as he grows and struggles and stumbles and sorrows until finally he comes into his own God-given shape and achieves his own individual and lonely place in this world. It doesn't happen very often. Oh, no. But when it does, then even the stones will cry out in witness to his vision, and the hills and towers will echo his words and deeds, and his examples will live in the hearts of men forever. The Master doesn't make many like that, because that kind of man is dangerous to the sloppy ways of the world. That kind of man loves truth even more than he loves his life, or his wife, or his children. Because he's been designated and set aside to do the hard tasks that have to be done. That kind of man will do what he sees as justice, even if the earth yawns and swallows him down. And even then, his deeds will persist in the land forever. So you look at him. You look at him a while. And be thankful that the Lord let such a man touch our lives. Even if it were for only a little while.
Where blood was shed, we would lay flowers and put our palms in the blood of the martyr.
Born to spit it. Niggas figured the Lord did it, regardless of the efforts to be the hardest critics. Y'all with it? If not, my verb spit shots at your ass, the equivalent of a stiff cock. I'm still hot and spotted the ice wristwatch. Sip scotch, JMB, flow tight, dynamite, TNT. Span grandly with explosive, spitfire raps and hosters. I make you smolder with a quick draw, verbal for fifth y'all. In contrast to raps and mere spitballs. If y'all think y'all can be defenders, I hit y'all with more sentences than repeat offenders. Will we surrender? No, go keep steady rockin', see chances of stopping me. Lower than finding a newborn, a bullet takes out of me calmly. How to indulge me, disturbs the beef which involves me, the fam or the army.
First and foremost, we're actually bilingual, you know what I'm saying? English is not my first language, French neither. I was raised in a bilingual family, and I think him as well.
In Quebec, the English-French distinction is also political. So for us being, from bilingual families have chosen English, it involves a lot of stuff. It has very big consequences. We have friends that started rapping at the same time as those guys and that are signed to major labels. We watch their videos, they rap in French.
But we making moves down low though, So that's the way we move. One day, we'll have something bigger, and that's when people in Montreal or where we come from are gonna recognize what we did and actually, give us love.
I was with Obscure before any of this DJing thing started happening for me. The first record we put out, Lyrically Exposed Part 2, The Revelation, I was scratching on just some sounds, some regular battle record sounds. Like, fresh and just doing some solos. But then for the Maintain the Focus single, and we even took it further for the song we did with Phixion, what I tried to do is, really work with wordplay, putting together some senses, with the theme of the song, the title of the song, whatever.
It's like, we love this hip hop, but there's reality that comes in as a factor, you know what I mean?
Asia Rasco, baby. The way the noise at, the way the noise at, the way the noise at. Why? Yeah! Check us out. It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet. Hold up. It ain't over yet. That's it, baby.
Yo. Oh, hold up.
Infinite amount of ways to write because it's an infinite amount of mathematical flows and topics you can write about. So I don't hold myself to a style. I'll say to myself, this is a film, and in this film, I'm portraying this entity, which is organic, saxophone.
The results are straight bullet. Niggas who hit the ground running and stay down here. Except for the kids who play on the playground. For some little girls who never see more than 6 years of life.
And then on the next beat, if it's hardcore, if it's this kid I knew from the street who got killed, I have to get into character. I have to become a rapist. You know what I'm saying? And that means if you're going to be a rapist, your flow should be a little more jagged, a little more abrasive, a little more aggressive. And you just try to portray what you're writing about, what you're portraying. Blood is a compass to a face and an abundance. Bring on all the street. Shame on me, I me. That fucking creep, my fucking family came out. I get on the grass and classes do reflection. Wow. Crashing through the door of the project. Always in the flip over the side. I'm coming for you, little girl. What's inside? I made the beat for Simon. And I was like, this shit reminds me of some raunchy club shit. And the MC on the mic is like, get the fuck up. What are y'all fucking sitting around for? And then he gets to the point where he runs out of things to say. And he's like, the girls rub on your titties. Fuck it, that's what I said. He didn't even know what he's saying. That's how much excitement is going on in the club at the time when he's, hosting or emceeing at the time. Cinematic movie on post-apocalyptic ghetto kids with bald heads. And I'm the leader of that fucking cult.
Okay, it all started. I was born son of a sharecropper. Nah, yo, that's what I was supposed to complex. Wah, 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 wah. I just decided to do a song with other people, and I told them not to play it, but Apani kept playing it for people. It's getting me sick that my joints come on and
why you so bitter?
Feel it.
Why you so
mad, man?
Don't be bitter. Don't
man,
be bitter. Your life is good to you because you know what?
I
You still up in here
understand
selling
that.
your shirt.
That.
Niggas got a camera in your face right now and a bright ass light. Yo, this hungry niggas up in here that paid to come see you. Stop being so bitter.
Visualize. Remember?
No,
You got something, please.
escapes me. Visualize. What was that?
Let me remind you of the
That
left
was that
hand.
song that girl did them ad-libs on, right?
Yeah, Apani B fly. She said, yo, I'm doing ad-libs for everybody. Let me rhyme. So I said, all right, chill. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'm going to do a little posse cut. And I called some cats to come down. And I said, maybe it'd be all right to have a little girl on it.
A woman, baby.
So I said, yo, you better not be whack. Even though she's telling everybody that she was going to rip everybody on the track.
Yo, I never said any such thing. I did not. Yo, Monch is a liar. Monch is a liar.
So anyhow,
I was there when he said that, but he was lying.
They came down, and they was bullshitting around and spin a crib. Took us like 3 sessions to get that damn song done.
Not my fault, I was finished.
Because nobody was coming up with the chorus, so I said, yo, this was gonna be. It was gonna be called The Call at first, because I was calling people.
That's
and
why my rhyme said,
it was just a point in
can
time.
recall the first call. I was breaking it down.
And I said, and after all these years, the call finally came through. So that song turned into, you know, Pharoahe Rhettmatic. We knew that they was a funny label from their past history. We just said, we just give us some money and we do it. You know, if you want a Def Jam, go to Def Jam. If you want it loud, go loud. If you want to be nervous, go nervous. Yeah. But we felt, for the sake of hip hop and the sake of throwing a joint on in the club, and to have that respect is a little bit more than the money, because the money comes and goes, you know what I'm saying? See, I perform and I see one guy, he knows it, but the rest of them was like, it's dope, but, and plus my style is not something you're gonna catch on the first time.
It's the brainwashing though, because a lot of cats be like, if I haven't heard it before, if it's not recycled, it's not dope, because their minds are not trained to hear the ill shit.
I'm not even bandwagon as far as this person see, that person see it, we all seeing it, so they all good, they great. Oh yeah, now we jumping even more. But I'm saying, yo, it's like, you know, I've been in this thing 5 years already, I ain't got no album yet. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And ain't nobody messing with me on this mic, man. What I have to do? Me. I'm telling you, want to battle right now then?
Let's battle.
Let's battle right now then.
Yeah, let's battle.
And that's tired of you copying off my hat.
I had the hat first.
No, but mine is better, that's why I ain't bring it.
That's my hat that he got on. So who's Ella? I'm making you look good.
Enough of the interview.
That was the battle right
Enough
there.
of the interview.
I win. I win.
Three cats in the crew, myself, Solo, J Skills on production, and Profile on the rhyme tip.
You can't just get by making music that's not up to par.
Just Sound Providers are 3 cats with soul, just trying to make dope hip hop. Our intentions are just to make fresh music. We're really not concerned with you know, the extracurricular stuff.
Do I feel like we're staying with some of the old school traditions of hip hop? Definitely. I mean, me and Solo, we're digging all the time, whether individually or together or driving to LA way early in the morning so we can try to get to the record fair before everybody else shows up. I think we're basing our forward movement on the traditions of the past, or at least the traditions that we feel like are adequate to make this thing work.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if Solo writes a dope rhyme, it makes me want to write a dope rhyme. Or if Jay Skills makes a dope beat, that makes me want to write something to complement that beat.
No doubt, a word up. Solo and skills prep the beat for me to build. Intelligent rhymes to help me master my field. Skilled in the ways brought forth by older days. Keeping the faith on my quest to seek praise from the masses. Nah son, so I will pass it. Glamour and glitz for a hip hop classic. That's the reason why I strive to seek the truth. Creation through thought, here lies the living proof. Actual facts, dope sacks and drum taps. The main ingredient to put my crew on the map. Sound Providers. Left coast, I who's the livest. Kid on your block, hit a rock, you don't stop. Profile the chosen speaker, broadcast the receivers. Chosen by fate to cast out these non-believers. And Hollywood types who rock mics, you don't deserve this. Here to shed light with a mic and sole purpose.
It's more than a TV game show. Concentration to imagination and
Yo, J Trez, how me bringing it? Yo, with these skills, people say that he's ill, but I've yet to see Bill, so the flow's not cream filled. It's priceless, oh so raw and quite fresh. Trying to test, going overboard, no life vest.
A lot of cats know me originally from like Indelibles and that whole circle, and I just came out when cats first heard me on some real like raw, straight up, you know, battle rhyming, just in your face, trying to hit you with like punchlines.
So they sing slow, chance of return? I don't think so, cause I'm one of the hottest on college or mix show. Stay tuned, this is just my debut, premiere, my intro. Just wait until page 2. It's more ill, more raw, more skill, so you best not pop shit like Orville. Son, I pop back with a hot track.
You know what I'm saying? I think lots of cats, you know, take the easy way out when it comes to punchlines. It's like, you know, whatever, what's something I get open like a window in the summer or something like that. And it's like, you know, it's pretty obvious. It's like, I don't really like to just like spoon feed my audience. At least me personally, I know as a rap listener for years, like when I can listen to something and it'll get me open the first time, and then I go back to it like, you know, months later, maybe even years later, and I'm listening to it over and over again, and I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Then I peep like what he meant, like the little hidden meanings, you know, like 2 layers behind. It's like, oh, this connected to such and such line, or this led into so-and-so, and this rhymed with a word that I didn't even realize that he touched on. So, you know what I'm saying? I think cats, you know, just have to get more intricate with how they use the punchline.
So when heads this, they rockin' a stocking cap, but they can't hide, only their skills are hand size. So better not get me steamed or they get pan fried. I'll overcook them, now who's raw? Overlook them, let them know why so many heads are afraid to go to Brooklyn, cause I'm there, son, and my rhymes fed. Most ain't man enough to test, they probably don't even buy a beer. Can't rap, flow suck, need to grow up, and they'll soon become a dope MC.
How you gonna tackle a topic when you suck it, you can't tackle?
J Trez.
Knew when to stop like Vic's fight.
Yo, this Pharoahe D, you know what I'm saying? BB Queen, PKA, B girl extraordinaire for your area. Check it out, open transport videos, transporting through the universe, positive source forever.
Yo, check it out, what's up? It's Afura, the body of the life force. Check out that open transport, you know what I'm saying?
Alright. Yeah, this is Soul Eclipse.
Rock Great Executionist.
Alright, checking out open transport, alright?
Check it out, the fat ass show.
OBS right here, you know what I mean? Me, Pop, Bad Shade, Pumpkinhead, where you at? We about to transport and open that ass. No time, you know what I mean? Open transport.
Move back and forth, sometimes colliding, sometimes sliding under one another, forming the deep ocean trenches. And when they scrape against each other in a parallel direction, the result can range from a mild tremor to a catastrophic earthquake.
Yo. Chief words glisten like gleaming stars from a distance. Solar physician treat listens. Son-in-law compositions, the deity of distant. Kamachi the mystic, classic like breathing the gospel. What a sense of Miller seated. Exhale the feelings needed. Attention seizure by the master teacher. And heaven speakers, blessing your mortal ears with God features. Walks and baptized Adidas. Even the blind eye readers, the old Negro spiritually your leader who strictly mono. Venomous verses from a mambo. Voice track ensembles to the beat of a killer's bongo. Chief with the steady. Phonetic shot from a medley as the voice embedded with the slogan they ain't ready. My man, me and my man, last MKHMACHIP. Supreme deity, freak the beat, never sweet, very unique. When I speak, it's little cheap, 100% complete.
Let me take a poll, how many want it in the chest? I peel back your face from chin to neck. Yes, yes, yes. Yo, Cage took your car, running over A&Rs, then start sniping stars like OZWALD. It's actually season for shooting MCs, so I made up my mind. what to do. Started the anti-government weatherman crew. Let Messiah Bay pluck out your third optical cords. Since you borderline psychological borgs. Skip metal 3 chords in a nanosecond. And when you dead as fuck, then they play a record.
You know, what we did with the All That show was, you know, borrowed from what Rocky was doing in New York with Barbito with the All That show at the New Eureka. You know, all these jazz musicians that everybody loves and talks about now was performing at $5 at the door venues when they was hot. We just continuing a tradition of people who ain't rich and who don't fit the physical or racial characteristics to be in certain venues, seeing certain things at times. They got a place to go now, you know, whether they be artists or just fans.
Hey, Mr. Emperor, what type of styles you deal with? I deal with black magic, and I can feel it. Roll up the black magic, take 2 pulls and pass it, hold it in, wait to exhale like Angela Bassett. Sounds fantastic when I blast it. I got rhymes embedded in my deoxyribonucleic acid. I sound like Superman, yeah, you're dead right, but I'm stronger than Superman, cause I can even see through lead pipes. I see through whack MCs with whack flows at whack shows. I attack foes with the style that rocks like the Black Crows. While you were yapping about what kind of gun you're packing, my flow steals the show like the Muppets took Manhattan. The mental gun bearer, #1 terror. Black Thundercat like Lion-O, my mic's the sword of Thundera. Yeah, that's it, I've had all that I can take. If 85% of all MCs are really fake and they disrespect our culture, fuck the money that they make. The Emperor will hunt you down and you'll get burned at the stake. So yo, flow like fluid, watch me get into it. I recite witch tales and flip spells like Dr. Druid. Civilizations and nations I conquer. All beware, the age of black magic is upon you.
I try to do people who haven't been to Philly, who I think are dope and that need exposure. So I love it. Once people step up in there, it's just like graffiti writers, b-boys, b-girls. It's a beautiful thing.
Some other shit. The third rock from the sun planet. Co-inhabited, we excommunication branded. You underhanded, stranded on satellites, it didn't go right. We terrorize a star system where it go night. I woke up at 3 o'clock, I couldn't see the clock. It was drowning in vagina, burning convoys, bathroom rugs, dripping in blood. Who turned off the fan, bitch? Nailed to my hotel room door, cow tongue sandwich. Director yells cut, come shot on the cheerleader, translating the screenplay in Santeria. Watch my third eye grow out like a filler. And air things and your girls a Troy with camera eyes always staring. I chills by myself in the cafe with a waitress, let me treat her like an ashtray. I'm in the closet with a knife telling myself paranoia is just a straight thought. Plus the female cop caught, the criminal with lubrication. The whole investigation's a cover up, cooked up by some card, the FBI stunt. Made women a solution, spreading plagues like Vietcong prostitution. In a feeble life, I'm a fucking rock star, and my whole audience is unemployed A&R. Peace, Philly.
Let's go. Let's bring it. I'm ready. High and mighty. Hi, my name is Cage. I just recently got like about 16 ounces phenycillidine, and since then I've just been getting some money on the corner. I got the label deal with Fondlem, and got a mansion from that. Yeah, I bought a Benz. I just got a crib in Miami.
That's a big
with a big shark. We just flew here from New York in my private jet that Bobito Garcia hooked me up with. Fondlem jet. It's a Fondlem jet. It's a paper airplane. I feel like I'm about to be abducted tonight. Need some shades.
I'm an extraterrestrial MC, and I know some are doubting me. My Han Solo fighting style I call Millennium Falconry. I change shapes and mind states through the use of mental alchemy. I climb the Tower of Babel and threw rappers off the balcony. My culture showers me, the microphone overpowers me, separates me from rappers who use actions that are cowardly. That's how it be. Hip-hop amazes me, worships, praises me, resembles, favors me, allows me many ways to freak. 7 styles for 7 days a week, allows me to transform like Soundwave and give up more tapes than Laserbeak. The things you seek in life, hip-hop provides you, override you. Let the spirit of hip-hop get up inside you. It was a shoulder to lean on when I had no one to cry to. Helped me pick up the pieces, made me hot enough to fry crews that tried to fly through, attacking me, jacking me for all my faculties. Half of these MCs are lost in space like Dr. Zachary. I jetted for the goal line, A&Rs kept trying to tackle me, sack me and grapple me. I was too righteous of an athlete. At first I was alone, now there's 1,000 kids in back of me. I think it's time to meditate my sentiments exactly.
It was just something that we did to pass the time, as you know, being young black kids growing up where I grew up. With me, like the writing was the thing that I basically honed in on the most. It was just an outlet for me, you know what I'm saying? And just seeing a lot of shit growing up that, you know, I couldn't physically do anything about, or physically go a specific place, or, you know, visit someone, then I would just do it through rhyme.
I want y'all to go ahead and get busy, take care of yourselves and hang out. So we're gonna have a swell time, I promise you. What we're here for is to get the breaks, the illest break. We're not trying to say that we got every beat that's made known to man, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get every beat known to man. And that's what we all about. We're all about, because without the breaks, there is no hip-hop, period.
Hip-hop DJ first and foremost, but that means that I spin break beats, okay?
Right.
So when I go up there and I'm rocking back and forth, you know, you best believe that this ain't no turntable and shit. Yeah, you know, I can flare, you know, I can crab, I can do all that shit. Matter of fact, I can do it quite well. I'm not scared to say that. But I'll tell you this much, you know, when he's up there and he's fucking doing his thing and I'm cutting up the breaks, that's the closest you're gonna get to 1974.
Straight up. That's the only reason why we come down. You give us a ticket to come to your town, only thing we coming there to do is rape your spots. We coming there to take 45s, LPs, we don't care.
Yeah, and I'm still looking for the Hank Ballard LPs.
Who cares about the money? You don't have to pay us for the show. As long as you give us enough to get breaks, that's what we coming for. Digging is one thing, but getting in touch with the artists and speaking with them and building on them on what they did is a different thing.
Started off, you know, just calling up Madison, Wisconsin and saying, let me talk to Clyde Stubblefield, you know what I'm saying? Talking to the funky drummer himself. Right. And now, like, you know, working with Gaul McDermott, I said this, you know, because like we had the Hair soundtrack out one day and I was like, you know, I gotta get a hold of Gaul. Yeah, I get a hold of Gaul, we interview him, we're playing his joints because everybody knows the Wuha sample, Artifacts come out with the Get Down, Pete Rock, in front of me, you know, all that. So all of a sudden, you know, get a little contact, all of a sudden I'm working for him, you know, building with him about hip hop. This cat's friends with Vic from the Groove Merchants and he has been for a long time.
Big ups to Vic. If it wasn't for Vic, there would be no Count Bass on this production. You know, we're not scared of anybody. You know, we're just here to do whatever we do, and I'll take care of business. You know, I mean, and that's real. That's really real.
You had people who said what they wanted to say, and you know, regardless of if it was reading their families or not. You know, you had people who would do it on the street, you know, for any audience. You know, and you have people like that. And in terms of that, I don't know if that art form has been neglected. Everyone's talking about something else, but they're shying away from the fact that, like New York, for example, is just like becoming a police station. You know, everyone's kind of shying away from that fact. You know, they just want to make theirs in America. I understand that. If there was some more people to come out and just say some stuff, what's going on? You know, why are we being policed and like patrolled and that element is really that element is
Conclusions and recommendations. Speed is of the essence.
Proposal. An immediate full-scale attack on the threat of biological imbalance to other life forms in the subject area.
One day, you know what I'm saying? What type of shit we doing? Turn on the motherfucking beat and let them know what type of shit we make. This is the Cali Agents, you know what I'm saying? If y'all niggas ain't knowing, Madlib, the beat conductor right here, once again, making that hot shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We getting down, you know what I'm saying? Cali Agent style, yeah.
Hey yo, pull the microphone out, cause I might just have to wild out and flip and holocaust this whole shit when I zone out. Rappers get blown out, vessel at the finish, fatality in the end. I grab spines and snatch out skeletons. It's a verbal hoorah, we set tripping on tracks, murdering everything in sight to the next mission. And everything we make sound fast, so fuck the world and all its problems if we don't go plat. It's Cali Agents, y'all. Madlib, the beat conductor from the LPs. It's Rasco, Planet Asia.
That's it all? Yeah. Cali Agent #1, Cali Agent #2, Madlib, the beat conductor.
Quasimodo got so high he didn't want to come. They still live in a homeless shelter, dog. Gotta be throwing up and shit all the time.
Oh yeah. Keep him at my crib for a minute.
Oh, wow. So tell us, how did you hook up with Quasimodo?
Met that cat in the alley.
Oh, wow. He was rhyming or something?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cat in the alley.
Oh, wow.
Shroomed up and shit.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Oh, yeah.
We all represent love and law. Take a look. Take a look. That's filled with agony.
Hey yo, strictly, rewrite rhymes sickly. Big league, set to intrigue at high speed. Break sound barriers. 2 pit bull terriers, the more the merrier. Terrorizing your area with glaucoma. Yeah, you violated. That's why we did songs with dilated and got my rent prorated. None of y'all wanna get faded with me. I smoke out any MC 100 degrees with concepts. 50 set reps, annual. Stupid niggas never read the manual. That's why we can never understand you all. Slurring off the alcohol, waiting for nightfall.
Tell them who you is, man.
Oh, the Pharoahe Hey Rule, Liquid MC.
You know what I'm saying?
Real branding right there, Dreamcast.
Alcoholics, as you can see, obviously.
It's like, man, I want to get some Tweezers. Y'all fuck with the Tweezers?
I do.
Straight up.
I like the Tweezers. I really do. Matter of fact.
Want to go have on a 6-pack? See, I know all the West Coast motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've been rhyming like 15 years, you know what I'm saying?
First of all, I beat the PA, so give me my specs. Yard it out. All day, I always start off fresh with some street shit to touch it with. This is for my hustlers. I got hip-hop niggas from here to Russia. Well, now I live to be conductor. We be bomb smokers. Well blunted. The most wanted. West Coast collide. One of the illest on the SP1200. Yeah, on the block for ya. I got the knock for ya. And after this, meet me in the parking lot. I got Brock for ya. Spending my time writing that nights. Loyal, fuck what you heard. Cause this year I came to strike oil. Taking the cash. Making it last. Mind startling. I don't say shit. Just start shaking that ass. It's Planet Asia, y'all. I came to blaze a whole forest on this. Went to the place with Quasimodo on the forest. On your mark, get set. We heard it all, and motherfuckers never heard shit yet.
Youngsters growing up into MC. Because you know why? Because other MCs, they eat so much bacon. You know that the pig is dirty. It's the reason your stomach's hurting. You eat so much bacon.
We don't want no crowd so loud that hoes wanna go down. There's no love, but still in harmony like we both thugs. To the double FDMIC, you know we got the fly shit on deck. Don't understand the text for well. Let SO make your head swell. Check will make your bed smell. If you give his head well, I give crew the grooves more relevant than Denzel. Check the go getter, flow getter, uses pens well. The underdog, hence well. Rise from the base on some basic type shit. Direct me to your face till I grace the cover with sauce. Boss of the under. Make it run to your mother, yo chick. Drop the thunder. Son of a bastard. Egotistical casket slash the cross mask with. Yo, check cross mask with a cross mask it. Yo, check it. Put up your dukes, it's a hazard. Got fat shit like Cletus. You meet the feet, bitch, no matter how weak you beat is. We skips and genetics, rock without edits. Can't stand y'all sweet shit like diabetics. Rex in the menace, your big headed. Fuck it, forget it, yo, he said it.
I did jazz programming, like actually on the drum machine, and programmed it like a jazz player would play the different chords and stuff. And all I did is kept the kick with the ride, the snare with the ride, little sounds in between, and then played it out from there. So it's an original pattern.
It's a cold rail. Can't you see outside from the window? Been in here, it's warm, but jazz let us perform.
Something like that. Just these particular 2 songs I actually did this where I left. Like, let's say the drummer was playing, you know, whatever, leaving the hi-hats on it and making a pattern with some of the elements off of the hi-hat. I meant the what he played, and then combining it together. So the drum pattern is this. The thing what I found, like, not every MC can come up with a whole song. But the one thing I saw in him, like I saw in most and a few other people I work with, was his ability to really be able to come up with choruses that fit the song. But throughout this project, the EP, you know, I found myself wanting to like help him along with the choruses, but then I realized, you know, I'm just gonna back off and really, you know, let him bring forth the potential that, you know, I saw in him.
Flame on, I do my thing on. Shame on, those who claim on. Steady keep I participate. Participate, I do my thing.
You're just as terrible as they are. Europe and Japan with a couple of cool brothers. They came down from Atlanta for you tonight. The name is Mass Influence. Let's give them a stupid, dookie, ridiculous, retarded round of applause. The Mass Influence, yo.
Beats just around the rhyme I just made. Party at the day, but who like the next day? Moving in the temple, we all get paid. My name is so fresh. Whoa!
Grew up, you know what I'm saying, dancing from breakdancing to house dancing, hip-hop dancing. He was always rhyming. This motherfucker was the beatbox fucking champion of our high school and shit. And we hooked up with this cat. Told me and Tone to come down to Atlanta. We came down to Atlanta. Met up with this cat. Smoked some ridiculous bud that weekend. Rhymed for like 48 hours straight, yo. Had like 3 90-minute tapes just full of fucking freestyle. And it was time to make some shit happen.
Through it all, Brotherhood was created, Mass was created.
We pretty much the people that go with what feels good. In this music shit, all you can do is go with what feels good, because you go by what it looks like. You in for a fucking world spin. And it's some instinctive traveling motherfuckers like Tribe, yo. I like to ask Mr. Nito what he thinks about the scene in Atlanta, being on the record standpoint side, now being in retail and seeing people come into the store. What do you think now?
Well, I must say I have entered the hip-hop matrix, what it is, you know what I'm saying? Seeing it from every angle, from the production to the manufacturing to the distribution to the retail side of it, getting into the consumers, you know what I'm saying? You know, within this area in Atlanta, yo, it's real hot, it's bubbling right now.
It's bubbling?
It's definitely, it's bubbling brown sugar down here, you know what I'm saying, in the dirty south. Fat Beats ATL, second home to the Mitchell Street crew.
And it all depends on where your first introduction to this culture comes about, and how you're going to appreciate and understand certain artists. It's like right now there's a reassurgence of underground, and it's almost like it's cool to be independent, to where there's a mass amount of people that are just like, yeah, I only fuck with independent shit because that's the real shit. But that doesn't necessarily make it real shit, because there's cats out there that's got major record labels that are doing some real shit.
You know, they just got music confused right now. I mean, a lot of kids sit there and they say, well, I don't want to be pop, I don't want to be this, but a lot of people got to understand what pop is. Pop ain't just pop, it's popular music. Everybody want to be pop. I mean, you can't tell me one kid that do it from the hardest of the hardcore hip-hop fan. Everybody want to sell records. I mean, if you don't want to sell records, you doing this shit for the wrong reason.
If it goes to the competition of skills, all that other stuff above is just wiped out.
The reason we started Non-Stop Music Works, as far as the production side of throwing underground functions here in Atlanta, was because we trying to do our thing down here and we can't get on no shows. So we had to throw our own fucking shows. What's real ill, we've done more shows outside of the country than we've done in the United States. We actually do. We're artists, we're businessmen, we're promotions, we're graphics on the flyers. We go all out for this shit. We all wear many hats in this whole situation, you know what I'm saying? Whatever needs to be done, we can take care of it.
In this way, we were able to recruit masses, to bring masses, activate masses, to come to the rank of the revolution.
We got Non-Phixion, we got Mass Influence, we got Arsonist, we got WHT. We got porn coming along too. Yo, we got these females right here that dissed me earlier when I was walking up there. We got Brooklyn up in here. We got, yo, ATL is just fat, man.
In a sense, it's like we're so anti-political that people take us for being political in a sense. But we're not political, man. Really, we entertainers, man. You know what I'm saying? We just want to put smiles on people's faces, man. We just creating lyrical cinema. You know what I'm saying? We putting movies into audio.
And how we do that is the fact that we are aware of stuff that's going down. We are aware, so we're able to bring that forth through our music.
Me personally speaking, my lyrics have been fucked up forever. Since I started rhyming, I've been on some Armageddon shit, or however you call it, some ghetto Armageddon paranoid shit. So that's my shit right there. Always has been. These cats always, you know what I'm saying? Always had that. You know what I'm saying? Always had that. I'm saying always had that. So.
And I want you brothers to get together because we together here. Because we're one. We're one
This
unit.
stuff we've been doing independently on our own for a long time, you know what I'm saying? To the point where we built to where we got our own studios and our own equipment and stuff so we can make our own beats.
Whose album was like, you know what I'm saying? We was, everybody in Wanna Battle was around when they was recording their album.
That's all it is, vibration cutting air. That's all sound is, you know. That's all sound is, you know.
Long cap up the back. I play the hoes, give a shout, keep my peeps so sight. Skeleton dose, 5Ds, quality, high tech, smooth as most.
We hooked up real crazy because Move was beginning to get a lot of stuff going on, and they actually started Wanna Battle. We want to have a unification, a family here
of the dope
you
shit
know.
in Cincinnati.
Nah, man, I want to do it different way, man.
No, man.
Hey, man, let me see them headphones, man.
Come on, man. DJ. Soul scratching.
My mind for meditation over streets and curbs. Lost my shrine with vegetation, fruit, trees, and herbs. Dictionaries can't define the depths inside my words. Friction berries from the jealous rap G's and herbs. Man, I'm deep with these verbs. Like waters than your phrase. Complex like ill sex. Best slaughters black men and ladies. Rockin' since the 80s, so study your math harder. The shallow, fake, and shady drowned under my bathwater. For starters, y'all ain't got no reason for talking. I destroyed decoys, D-boy, ever since I was walking on Ohio streets.
The way everybody knows each other is like, Moore was doing stuff with High Tech. Kweli was in the group, well, Reflection Eternal was originally Kweli and this kid Rubix, who was a friend of mine, and we was like real tight, hanging together in Atlanta. And I went to school with Tone, like elementary school, like way back in the day.
And me and Tone used to go to the same studio.
And we met at high school.
Yeah, you gotta let me hear that beat too.
On mission, we intercept the transmission, bringing exactly what the fan missing. You bear witness to the transition, like, give me that microphone. Man, listen, I literally obliterate MCs around the field for me. Let's get it straight like the reason. Longitude or latitude, adjust your position like the attitude. Even cash, but I have to move less again. Why you testing this better man? Then you get fucked up like it's your first Friday of spring. Better man on the varsity team, pipe dreams, make the screen freeze like here, whatever hobby. But it seems that you're sensitive like open foods and I'm not breaking for me. Oh, this shit is funky. Watch me turn jam into revolutionary party. Stopping your heartbeats while we write soliloquies with Sean.
I'm really just trying to stick with some sense, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to deal with no ignorance, man. You ain't gonna never make it, man, dealing with ignorance, or it's gonna be short term.
I mean, you know what? Everybody screaming murder, thug, all that. It's all good. That's their thing. But that's not what I'm feeling. I'm on some positivity. You know, I have a beautiful new son, Josiah Daniel. You know what I'm saying? So I have to live positivity because I want him to learn and know positivity. So, you know, it's really, it's the people that we mesh with, all in Wanna Battle, and anybody that we work with is all positive. Mo, Squad, you know, just our whole clique. And this man right here, Jay Sands, spits positivity, and that's why we just mesh.
Check it out, Joe, it's like this. I know you're loving it, cause you've been waiting for a while for a style that will move the crowd to 2000. See, I've been to many shows where the fellas don't hold. Fly girls out the door. Do I need to say more? It's Lone Catalyst, bringing the cure that will restore everything you've been missing. Stop, look, and listen to the master of the ceremony, the one and only Jay Sands, and that's Jay Rawls. Now the plan is for you to raise your hand while you pump this chin. Most cats just won't understand the program. Come on, damn, didn't you cram for the exam? You knew it was the final. We even brought the final, so be ready as I rock steady. Jay Rawls on the wheels with cuts that slice wax to confetti. I speak through microphones that universally known, never cloned. See, I play bottles like Street Fighter. I'm the chief executive of any cipher, where MCs are nicer than the ones you see on TV. You distant 3D because you couldn't eat your Wheaties. A peace treaty you could have stopped, but no, you insisted I rhyme. Now it's too late, cause I'm just a move from checkmate. Got your girl bumping my demo tape up in the gates. Paranoia will destroy you quickly. Even the crew told you not to try to get with me. Poetically slicing you like a $1.50. A lot of MCs sound iffy, but this is the John, so sing along. Long.
It just goes back to when I first started rhyming, you know, back in like 84, 80, you know, how it was. It was just good music, you know. That's one thing I try to do, you know, with the beats. Like, you got High Tech, J. Rawls, my man Supreme, my man 88 Keys, my man Geology just hit me off with the beat tape. The beats kind of set a vibe. Plus, the people that we hang around all positive brothers, you know, and it keeps on extending, you know. It's just the vibe that it gives the MC to write stuff like that.
When we say we want to battle, you know, we want to battle those that don't understand what hip-hop represents and represent hip-hop in the ignorant matter, you know what I'm saying?
Think we shucking and jiving, but we is for real. Hey, yo, check this out, you know what I'm saying? It's DJ Evil D. Right now we on the Black Moon tour, you know what I'm saying? Evil D representing Black Moon, Beat Miners, all that.
You know the name, Finster Bundy, you know what I'm saying?
Open transport, you don't understand that? Right on the piece of paper, take a picture of it and look at it.
Transport.
That's right, yo, I'm out of here, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go back to the hotel, pick up buckshot, you know what I'm saying? Yo, understand? Black Moon team.
Yo, what up? This is Mad Skills, reppin' VA, Super Friends, Big Kids all day right here on Open Transport, chillin', doing it. You ain't got this, you ain't got hip-hop.
It's like 4 in the morning.
We may not have a release out every month, but when we do put a release out, it's a banger.
What I always tell people when they ask about Boston, like, yo, straight up right now, this is our 88, our 87.
Oh, yeah.
Our beginnings when, like, you know, all the MCs are hungry. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's just going for theirs. And, you know, every record we drop, we're trying to come out with something that's more raw every single time.
We're just trying to make good music, you know what I'm saying? Good hip-hop, good something you can take back, learn from, look at as like a big piece of your life. Like Top Choice Click, the song Peace of Mind was released in Boston. They're from Boston. It's a big fucking record of my life. Nobody knows that record outside of Boston probably. I mean, a few people. But I mean, even if someone can look at Def Rhymes or Be Alert or like Electro or anything like that as a big part of their life, that shit was a big part of mine. It's worth it to me, you know what I mean? It's worth doing it.
Will be only one course of action open. Total commitment.
I used to just sit there and just stare at the Earth, Wind, and Fire covers when I was a kid. Like, yo, what the artwork is like incredible. But like over the years, like Matt always been on some like entrepreneur type thing. Man, he wanted to do this thing called do art. And he painted his jacket. And he had all these little jackets, he had these T-shirts. And he stepped to me and was like, yo, I want to start a company, but I want to start it with you. But you know, it was definitely a blessed, you know, experience just to be able to build what we built. But at the same time, like things continue. He went to do, you know, some other great things after that. Being in the studio with Sean, one of the sessions was actually for the Lyricist Lounge. You know, I saw Danny and Anthony, and I just happened to have the portfolio with me that day. I wasn't really even trying to like show it a shopper to anyone. They just wanted to see it, so I showed it to them, and it sparked them, and they saw some things in there, and they were like, yo, we want you to do the cover of this single. It led to the Body Rock cover. As soon as he said it, I saw the cover. Instantly, I saw the visual for it. Sometimes I got art projects to do, but I really feel like working on some music. I gotta try to stop myself from, you know, from losing focus, you know, on my art. But sometimes I say, fuck it. It's an ill marriage between the two.
I can remember when I was a little boy, my grandmother and I could hold conversations entirely without ever opening our mouths. She called it shiny.
You know, I started getting into, you know, recording music more. And when Wes Jackson graduated, he worked for a couple of labels just as an intern and, you know, doing other stuff. Then he just left, started his own label. And when it came time to, you know, name it, he named it Seven Heads. You know, my label didn't tell me I got to do this and do that. I just make it, and they support it, and we put it out, and then we all reap the benefit of it. So.
Is this really what you want? To travel and pack tours, a boatload of money to floss and Mac whores, a whole crew of your boys you pay to crack jaws. Hiding from drama in and out of back doors. This is a life for some. I'm asking, is that yours? Big shiny cars, how much did that cost? I know you want us all, I think you're fortunate, right? But for you, I bet sleep will be torture at night. Just don't tell me that you tired. You preach it to the choir, the garbage that I be hearing get me so uninspired. It's hard to regain, rethink, and regroup with brothers brothers that do anything just to recoup. See, Lou is really the root of all that is evil in the biz. We've been hearing this for years. It seems there's no way out. I lay out design to watch my plan play out one day at a time.
Relax while I formulate what stimulates the growth of tangible ideas to which you latch on close. Coincide to what is true to your overall view, taking you places like your third eye supposed to do. No one I can see through masquerades gives me the upper hand. We've been the peasants game, so now I simply on the plan. All the while showing love while they losing faith, chasing oasis got hands. Just when you thought it was safe to let your man go back to the wax, the whack was attacked by hands that never lacked the knack to let the course fade fly. Props can't be denied from the pride of Manhattan's east side. I be the baddest, but the battering, scattering losers. I run the tracks through grooves like Land Cruisers for choosers who realize Philip Steve's freak techniques that pussies ain't supposed to speak.
You saying they tell them to go home.
That's right there.
That's right. Soon come.
We all got the joint. Go ahead, get busy with that thing.
This joint is for right here, where we at, where we be at. The B-boys, the fly girls, and even them other cats. Right here, where we at, where we be at. The B-boys, the fly girls, and even you other cats.
Cause it's about time. It's up. Yo, it's about
it's about time. I was on some old hurry up and wait, trying to bust out the gate and beat fate. But lately, I'm moving in my time, not your time, cause it's not your cheese, it's mine. Yo, when I rhyme, I intertwine my mind with the divine. The moment when the divine exponent is trying, it's atonement. Kinda like CP time, when you in sync, unbeknownst to the conscious mind. It's an ill mind that's still time build and refine. Still getting mine in the non-divine. Hang a shingle and mingle with the masterminds. Cause for me, mine, it's about time.
Yo, it's about time. But just getting that crowd into it, man, that shit get me so charged, you know. I just love it, man. I give back whatever's given to me, man. And we just, luckily, man, at home, they've been giving us a lot of love, man. You saw that show Friday night, man. That really touched my heart, man, because that's all my family right there, man. And I'm gonna keep making it for them. As long as it's there for me, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Because what works for us, you know, can work for other people. And what influences we pull will only come out in what we put out. And then what we put out is what people will draw from, you know, to make their own, and then it just add on from there, man. And it goes on and on. It won't stop, man. It's never gonna stop. So we just, while we're here, we're gonna try to put something that's beneficial into it and keep adding to it instead of taking all the time. You know, trying to balance that out a little bit.
Time for talking is over, brothers. We at war. That's your enemy out there. Out there is your enemy. Don't you forget it. Because I ain't. We are at war. Caught behind the enemy's lines. You better get you some guns. Don't you forget it. They scared of my rifle. Wait till I get me an atomic bomb.
It's just blending all kinds of music that I listen to. The records that I sample, I don't sample from a lot of soul and regular records. Like I don't do David Axelrod and Bob James and those joints. I don't really touch those. I don't have a really big record collection. Really, most of my approach to beat making, I go to my dad and my mom's beats. They're all, like, you know what I mean? My mom knows my beats because it's her record.
A lot of the things that taught me as far as being a producer was like hearing the music that I grew up with, but also DJing. Like when I was DJing, man, like, the Force went I had the illest Force DJs, man. My shit was crazy. Like all of that shit was important to like building music, like to learn how to manipulate equipment.
What's up with Underground Science?
Underground Science, brother's been in the lab just making beats and
musically. I just want cats to know we're coming from the heart, you know, and that we're real serious about this. We're really trying to make music and trying our hardest to make it dope.
I would just like to bring back the funky
flavorful stuff. I think that's kind of where the sound providers are. We have a certain sound as far as beats and lyrics and style that is maybe a little bit older.
You know what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing? I'm proving to you all, you know what I'm saying, that when I came out in 94, a lot of you people were like, well, you know, we don't know if he's hip-hop and all this other type of thing. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to stoop down, you know what I'm saying, come down to where you are, bust your shit first, all right? And then I'm going to take it back to all my instruments and whatnot, because I play 3, drums, bass, and keys, you know what I'm saying, and I take care of my business that way.